I'll sync up the cameras with a clap, then I'll introduce what we're doing, and I'll introduce you, and then I'll just like go like, how you doing? Stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah. Alright, so we are here with my fantastic brother, Tyler. Tyler, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, Connor?
You know, man, I'm living life. I'm moving, I'm grooving. Thank you for stopping by on the Condor channel and letting me interview you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Anything for my brother.
Of course. Thank you so much. Just to start off, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 21 years old, about to be 22 in a couple months, and I have autism.
Yeah. So you grew up, you were diagnosed when you were 3, I believe. Fun fact, we actually have the same birthday, just 2 years apart.
Yeah.
Made for some wild birthday parties.
Yeah.
Do you remember the birthday party? It was like a pirate theme. And it was
I think that was for our 12th birthday.
Yeah, for your 12th, I think, that would make it my 10th. And I just specifically remember this one image where they had this blow up parrot on my thing, and I was going, and you had the sword, and you're like, ah.
I remember that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I guess we can start there. Tell me or tell us, the audience at home, just a little bit about what your childhood was like. What's like your earliest childhood memory?
Well, the earliest childhood memory would have to be the time I grew up watching Disney or something.
Yeah? You have a particular show that you really liked?
Well, when I was very little, I really loved watching Bear in the Big Blue House. Just like old Playhouse Disney and all that before it was revamped to Disney Junior.
Yeah. Yeah, we were sort of like at the ripe age where we just, when we were old enough, that's when they changed it to Disney Junior. Like we were at the very tail end of Playhouse Disney.
Right.
Yeah. Did you like recognize, like when mom and dad sat you down and said, hey, you have autism, like did they ever have that moment where like they sat you down and said, hey, you have autism, or did you just like figure it out?
I think I might have figured it out.
Or like how did that whole situation happen? I know it was pretty early in your childhood, so you might not.
Yeah, I probably don't remember that. I guess I pretty much just experienced it differently and stuff like that.
That's fair. That's fair. And so growing up, obviously things were probably a little bit different. So like as you were growing up, what were some of the challenges that you faced? Not even just because you had autism, but just in general.
Well, some of the things I've been challenging with, friendships when I was younger. And because I wasn't talking at that time.
Right.
But now that I'm older and I have a feeling of talking too much, that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah? Well, what do you mean by that? Like, you feel like you talk too much. What do you mean?
Well, I feel like sometimes, maybe I tell my friends a lot about my dreams and my hobbies, and I would like some help on that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because one of the struggles I have is, loneliness.
Yeah.
Yeah, being lonely.
Yeah. Has that been something that's always been something for you, or is that a more recent thing?
It's more of a recent thing.
Yeah.
Like for creation wise.
But
I do have friends in my life.
That's good. That's good. In your own words, can you define exactly what autism is in case people don't really know?
Well, autism means when your brain works differently and that you are different in any other way.
Yeah. So,
like, for example, autism has actually been have been making me very creative lately.
Yeah. Do you attribute that to specifically your autism, or do you attribute that to just you being you?
I feel like that's just me being me, and I would just say it's probably both.
Yeah. That's good. So, you're talking about how you've been more creative and stuff, and how autism has helped you with that. What are some of those creative passions that you have?
Well, one of my biggest passions is doing a crossover show.
Yeah.
An animated crossover show.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what you mean by that.
Well, I want to collide a bunch of different characters from different media franchises.
Yeah.
Such as like Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, characters from the Lego Movie, and maybe Friendship is Magic. For those who don't know, it's My Little Pony Generation 4. I want to collide with those.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, for the little kids, I want to collide with Bubbleguppies.
Yeah.
From Nick Jr.
For sure. Cool. Sounds like a lot of fun. And you have your own channel on YouTube. Plush Tyler, I believe, is what it's called right now?
No, actually it's called Jeru Studios.
It's called Jeru Studios. My bad. I should know these things.
Yeah.
And you do some crossover stuff, but right now you're focusing on your plush stuff. Is that right?
Plush stuffed animal toy videos.
Yeah. That's good. So you're working on that type of stuff. You have an active TikTok. So
it's also called Jeru Studios.
That's cool. I'll put links down in the description for those. So yeah, and a lot of that has to do, at least in your mind, with the fact that you have autism and you sort of perceive the world differently.
Yeah.
That's good. Walk us through just a little bit of what's like the day-to-day life with you. Like how does having autism impact your day-to-day experience as opposed to somebody that doesn't?
Well, it's hard for me to be friends with most people with autism. I do have a friend named Kelsey. She's very good at art.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just really nice and would love to help out with my passion of crossover. And for those who don't have autism, I just find those people very cool.
Yeah.
I'm not no offense to the autism people.
Yeah.
Because I think autistic people are very good too.
Yeah. What about non-autistic people do you like?
They're just kind to each other, and they just feel like they're cool. Not to themselves, but you know what I mean. Sure.
So you
Well, that was startling.
I can't believe it. So when you're talking about this stuff, do you see yourself as an autistic person, or somebody that is just like, or somebody that is neurotypical that is just a tiny bit different? How do you see yourself?
I see myself as a creative person and a very entertaining guy. One thing I forgot to mention, I do have a job at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's helped me a lot.
How so?
It helps me make money a lot, and it's just great that I have a job.
How else do you interact with people outside of your job, or like even in your job? Like, do you find yourself interacting with a lot of people outside of, like?
I do.
Yeah, such as?
Like, I did have friends from our old church called Sun Valley Community Church.
Yeah.
I want to get back in touch with them though. I also had friends at Campo that I really wanted to be in touch with more.
Yeah, and things have sort of happened that you haven't really gotten the chance to, or?
That's probably it. Even before they all graduated, they haven't answered my calls or replied to my texts and text messages. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure they have better things to do.
Well, you're a pretty great guy too. You know?
Yeah.
I think that you're pretty hype. You're pretty chill. What is the biggest way that you see having autism affecting your day-to-day life?
Well, man, that's a tough question. Let's see.
Take your time. It's all good.
I think autism has affected me differently in certain ways. Like, one time I used to be called Britain Guy back in Gold Canyon, but I didn't take that as a bully thing. I just took that as a playful thing.
Yeah.
I felt like the kids there that were messing with me were just playing around.
Yeah. Do you find that was a regular thing growing up? That people would just
No,
sort of mess
that
around?
was
or
from when I was younger.
That's fair. So you graduate, right? You graduate from Campo, and you sometimes wish that you could just go back.
At least to visit, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I couldn't imagine going back and taking all those classes again, bro. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Right. What were classes like? Like, I know that you took a lot of just standard education, but you also took some is the correct term special education classes?
Yeah, special ed.
So what was schooling like specifically for that?
Well, they had a program there called Best Buddies,
Mm-hmm.
and the buddies I've always been paired with felt very close to me at that time.
Like, did you find that you fit in well with your classmates, either in the standard education classes or the special education classes?
I felt like I was connected, yeah.
Yeah. What type of classes did you take?
I took biology, I took American history and world history. I took digital media. I was very close to digital media. That's one of the classes that got me into YouTube and all the film stuff.
For sure.
And another one I can remember is, what was it? It involved cooking.
Oh.
Culinary
arts?
Yeah.
That's good.
And then I was in PE for at least a year.
That's true. Did you like PE growing up?
Not really. We had to do a lot of running, and every time we'd run, I get out of breath.
That's true. I deal with the exact same thing right now. We're in band, like, we would have to like start by taking a lap, and like I'm such a wuss that like even just taking that one lap, I'm just like
wow.
I'm just like
Yeah.
Let's say that you're dealing with a neurotypical person, meaning somebody that does not have autism, like somebody like me, like I'm.
Yeah.
And they want to know the best way to like interact with you, in just day-to-day life. What would you say to that person?
Well, I would say just be kind and be courteous to others, especially to those who have autism and any disability.
Mm-hmm.
And don't take advantage of them. Just don't be mean, because if you're mean to those and take advantage of them, that could hurt them and even you.
That's very true. Very wise words. Plug yourself. Look into that camera. Talk about what you do and just where they can find you.
All right. Well, you guys can find me on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. It'll be down in the description of this video. And yeah. My accounts are called Giroux Studios. All of them are under the name Giroux Studios.
Yeah, he does plush videos. He does crossover stuff. A lot of stuff that is very much, would you say, directed towards like children?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all ages, you could say.
Yeah, all ages. It's very family-friendly content. So.
And I even plan on making my YouTube channel be like a regular TV broadcast system.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
It's some really nice stuff. He has more clout than I do. So wow. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me, and so we can, hear a little bit about your story and about what life is like for you. I really do appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably find another video that you like on this channel. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and share this with a friend. I think that this is pretty important. And again, I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.